Thank you, orchestra, that was beautiful. Let them get back to their seats. In a class that has produced a plethora of leaders, Elsa Dodds continues to stand out. She is a natural leader in every activity she participates in, and is most notably the president of Whitefish High School's National Honor Society. Elsa brings a strong knack for leadership, along with a natural grace and a witty sense of humor to everything she does. Without great leaders like her, our class would not be the same.
With the presentation of the farewell, please join me in welcoming your student body president and member of Columbia University's class of 2018, Ms. Elsa Dodds.
I've always been prone to worrying. In 4th grade, all of the fashionable girls were wearing ponchos and Crocs, and I wanted them so badly, but my mother refused to buy them for me, saying they were ugly and a fad, which was obviously blasphemy. I remember agonizing for days over my lack of stylish clothing and thinking, all the cool kids have Crocs, I'll never be cool if I don't have them. While today that really may seem like an oxymoron, it seemed incredibly important back then. Also, in elementary school, everyone was always so concerned with who got to eat lunch in Mrs. Graham's room. It was the ultimate VIP event. Whenever anyone got invited, you knew, not only because it was immediately big news who was in and who wasn't, but because that person would walk up to you in the hallway and go, so, I'm having lunch at Mrs. Graham's with Maggie and Nathan. We're gonna watch Space Jam. And you were just like, no! Not only because this meant that you failed in all of your attempts to score an invitation, but because Space Jam was the best movie ever, and now they got to watch it without you. It's really silly how much time we used to spend stressing about the little things. In elementary school, it was Space Jam, and the fact that I was always required to wear these gigantic snow pants to school that made me look like the little brother from A Christmas Story. In middle school, that all turned into super cool Razor cell phones, having enough skinny Hollister tees, and the unbeatable social hierarchy. Freshman year, it was not getting trampled by gigantic seniors, and if Kick Freshman Friday was actually real. Now, all of a sudden, it's what we're going to do with the rest of our lives, and that is scary and weird and so, so exciting. This year has already been hard and stressful enough for all of us. So instead of spending my speech worrying about the future, which we're going to have way too much time to do anyway, rather, I would like to say what I hope it holds for us. First of all, I hope it's wonderful. I hope it's dangerous and beautiful and even better than when Henry chugged an entire bottle of maple syrup for a Facebook video. Whitefish is an amazing place, but it can be so isolated. And there's a world outside that we know so little about, just waiting to be discovered. Because of that, I hope you break free from this little bubble we've grown up in. Go on crazy, unexpected adventures wherever your feet lead you. Skydive, learn to waltz, travel Africa. Do the things that scare and impress other people. Whatever you do though, always wear a seatbelt and be warned that if someday you wake up in a bath full of ice with an ache in your side, don't even bother looking for your kidney because man, it's gone. I hope that you refuse to be defined by your past and that you choose to be someone you want to be, rather than the person other people tell you that you are. High school is over now. The status quo doesn't matter anymore. Be you, however weird or unconventional that may be, and don't let me or anyone else here ever try to change that. Another thing that I very sincerely wish is that you beat your Netflix addiction. Having watched like 92 episodes of Family Guy in about 3 days, I can attest to how real the struggle is and how easy it can be to slip into the habit of only aspiring to be mediocre. Complacency is easy, and it's simple, but you're not. Find danger and excitement and ambition in the ways that only you can. Get outside, hike, ski, swim. Have you seen this place? In the end, what we'll want to remember isn't the My Strange Addiction episode about the woman who ate dryer sheets, even though that was actually a really great one. In the end, what we're going to want to remember is when we're outside and alive and in love with the world. I hope that someone wonderful loves you and that you're able to avoid most of the creeps. I hope that if you're ever on your way to an isolated cabin and your car breaks down, that there's a really dumb blonde with you so that they can get whacked first. Also, if you make it to that creepy cabin in the woods and there's a basement that used to be a surgeon's studio or something, don't explore it. Don't decide to play your Ouija board there. Burn that place to the ground and never look back. It's common sense. I hope you achieve greatness, whatever that may mean for you. Whether it's Eviance starting and then surviving the zombie apocalypse, Hugh being a cynical philosopher, Carly living in a house made of books, or me running a mile without stopping. I believe that this is our chance to start something and to aspire beyond the high school diploma that we received today. Most importantly, though, above all of these things, I hope that you're happy. I hope you live a life you can be proud of wherever it leads, whether it's through having a career or having a family. Better others and better yourself. Don't forget the years, good and bad, awkward and really awkward, that we've shared together. But don't trick yourself into being afraid of the future. I am honored to have spent 12 years of my life with you, and I can't wait to see the things that you do. John Shedd once said, "A ship is safe in the harbor, but that's not what ships are built for." So, my fellow classmates, today when you exit the doors of this high school for the last time, go boldly, with anticipation and without fear. There's a whole world out there. Congratulations, Whitefish High School class of 2014.
Thank you, Elsa.